KTM RC990 prototype. New sport bike spotted while testing. Ever since the demise of the KTM RC8V twin in 2015, the Austrian brand has been without a full-fared sport bike to capitalize on its ever-growing MotoGP success, but that's set to change as the highly anticipated RC990 parallel twin project is moving quickly toward production. If KTM had any doubt as to the level of interest in a fared sport bike, the incredible response to the track-only RC8C will have dispelled it. Despite being one of the few companies to have claimed race wins in Moto3, Moto2, and MotoGP, and to be currently active in all three championship tiers, the firm has been circumspect about offering customer sport bikes. The firm's boss, Stefan Pierer, has previously been clear about his belief that the latest generation of 200-plus horsepower superbikes are too much motorcycle for the average rider to use on the street, and even much publicized plans to offer an exclusive, track-only, customer version of the RC16 MotoGP bike appear to have dropped from the firm's radar in recent years. Enter of the planned RC990. The name is speculative and mirrors widespread rumors that KTM is planning to give the Yzf parallel twin engine, currently offered in 799cc and 889cc forms, another capacity hike in the near future, but the bike itself is very much real. Originally, the prototypes used MotoGP-style bodywork borrowed directly from the RC8C track bike, with a headlight shoehorned into the nose air intake. The latest prototype still has a single, projector-style headlight, but it now sits more happily in a horizontally split nose fairing, flanked by air intakes that appear to feed the airbox via a duct running between the fork legs and through the headstock area. Lower down, the side fairings are reworked, with tall, single air outlets instead of two. Those ducts release heat from a tall, slim radiator, which is a notable departure from spied prototypes of the next generation 990 Duke, which shares many of its parts with the RC990 but features a wider, shorter radiator. The bike's frame is new and appears similar to the design spotted on prototype 990 Dukes, with a pair of chunky main tubes running up over the engine toward a trellis-style front section, braced with pressed steel sections. KTM is sticking to its tried and tested steel tube chassis, with no indication that it will follow the herd with a shift to aluminum. The swing arm on earlier RC990 prototypes was externally braced, like most of KTM's current models, but the latest version has a neater looking design made from aluminum castings that again mirror the design seen on 990 Duke prototypes. The suspension is WP Apex kit at both ends, while Brembo supplies the radial mount brakes. Ridden 2-up, the bike is being used to try out different ergonomic solutions for the rider and passenger, as witnessed by the oversized foot peg brackets. Another element that has yet to be finalized is the rear bodywork, missing on this prototype. That means it's easy to tweak the height and angle of the rider and passenger seats by adjusting or swapping their brackets for different ones. Again, once the best solution is found, the bodywork and final seat supports can be developed to suit. The latest prototype appears to have production spec engine covers. On earlier prototypes, the clutch and transmission covers were billet alloy pieces, CNC machined to suit, but these have been replaced with more final-looking black finished items. While the engine itself is hidden by bodywork, it's known to be a development of the compact Yzf parallel twin. On 990 Duke prototypes where it's more clearly visible, it's been possible to see that the cases themselves have been sand-cast prototype parts, appearing to have a taller cylinder deck and additional strengthening braces, hinting at a longer stroke to achieve more capacity and torque. The exhaust system, with its catalytic converter slung under the engine alongside the oil pan, and a rectangular section muffler on the right-hand side, is identical to the design seen on prototype 990 Dukes. But on these new RC990 prototype images, it looks more complete, gaining production-style pressed alloy heat shields for the catalytic converter and the muffler. It all indicates a bike that's not too far from being showroom-ready. Having said that, KTM is under no pressure to introduce the RC990. It's not replacing an existing model, and there's no production deadline being enforced by external factors like emissions law changes. The KTM previously seen take years to test new machines, even when they appear visually finished, before they reach dealers. KTM's enthusiasm for the RC990 is, however, sure to be buoyed by the success of the RC8C, and should the company's motorbike project continue on its upward trajectory during 2023, the demand for a full-fared street bike can only grow.